Here are 3 lessons that I learned betting on sports in 2023. It was a super profitable year and one that completely changed my outlook and my profitability with betting on sports. And so today I want to talk about 3 lessons, 3 things that I really took away from this year that completely exploded my profits and made me a profitable, sharp sports bettor. Welcome to Juice Bets. My name is Trevor. I do want to talk about these 3 sort of lessons that I've learned to help you become a more profitable sports bettor, because these are 3 things that you can really just take forward into 2024 and, add them to your daily process and, maybe shift your mindset into a more profitable sports bettor, plus EV sharp sports bettor mindset. Before we do get into the video, make sure you do like and subscribe because it helps the channel grow. And definitely check out the VIP Discord server link down below. That's where I post all of my bets. And it's kind of where our community is as a whole. You can really learn a ton from other community members, other sharp sports bettors. And so yeah, there's a free trial down there for 3 days. So you can check it out, see if you like it. But yeah, let's get into these 3 lessons and talk about them. So the first lesson that I learned is that it is easier and much more profitable to assume that the market is efficient. So let's kind of dissect exactly what I'm talking about here. We're talking about plus EV sports betting. If you don't really know what positive expected value sports betting is, it's basically finding opportunities where the market or a certain sports book is either mispriced or paying you much more than they should be, right? Let's say the entire market has a bet at, 2-to-1 odds and you find it on another sports book at 3-to-1 odds. Well, the market's telling you that, this bet should be 2-to-1, you're getting 3-to-1, you're getting paid more than you should. That's a super basic overview of what, the thesis of plus EV sports betting is. If you're interested in learning more, we've got tons more videos on this channel that really dive deep into plus EV sports betting. But for this first lesson, it's easier and more profitable to just assume that the market is efficient, right? Assume that the market is accurate because there's hundreds of millions of dollars flowing through this market. There's millions of dollars going into the algorithm that these sports books set their lines at, right? And shift their lines. And so we need to just assume that if 15 of the sharpest sports books are all saying one thing, they're all saying this bet, this line should be minus 125 or whatever it might be, then as a sharp sports bettor, if you find an opportunity that's basically paying you more than that consensus, it's much easier to just assume, okay, that consensus is correct, the market's efficient, now let's take advantage of this value in the market, right? And when I say it's easy and more profitable, easy might be the wrong word, but when you're kind of formulating a strategy with sports betting, you need to assume a few things, right? You need to agree that this is correct. And so the first lesson that I learned that created this profitability for me was assuming the market's efficient, so we're going to find plus EV opportunities, mathematically profitable opportunities in this market because it is efficient. And that just makes things so much easier because you can move forward relying on math, relying on plus EV sports betting by assuming that that market is efficient. So that's really the first lesson I learned. Math runs everything in this world, especially sports betting. Second lesson that I learned, and this seems very simple, but you're not going to win every bet, right? And to learn this lesson, like to really hammer that home for me, it's you need to remove your emotions and you need to zoom out and look at sports betting as like an investment, right? You're taking this edge, right? You're taking value and opportunities in this market. And you're not always going to be successful on a given day because, as we know, there's variance, right? You could easily lose 5 bets in a row, but over time, over months and years of doing this, of trusting this process and continuing to, find opportunities in this market, that is where, you can zoom out and see, okay, I'm not winning every bet, but I'm not going to be emotional about this. I'm profitable over time. And, if you're tracking your bets, you can see this nicely. If you look at my Pickett screenshot, you can see that there's a little bit of ups and downs, but it's basically up and to the right, right? And so if I can zoom out and see that on a day where, let's say, I lose 7 out of 10 bets, well, that's okay, because it helps me get through this, it helps me remove those emotions. And so really understanding that you're not going to win every bet. You got to remove those emotions. You got to zoom out and look at this process as a long-term game. That really, really helped me get through this year, get through it profitably, and not waste my time on sweating every bet and using my emotions against me. The third and final lesson that I learned this year sports betting is that you need to stay consistent, right? If you have, a bad day or two in a row, you can't use that as an excuse to, not put that hour into looking for lines and looking for value in the market, right? You need to stay consistent. And for me, the way that I kind of learned this lesson is by utilizing, software and communities online to help me find these opportunities and to stay consistent. Because putting in a lot of effort after you just lost the last 2 days can be very difficult, right? And so using software like OddsJam and like Daily Grind Fantasy to find plus EV bets when, you're not really wanting to put in that time and effort, and it just takes 10, 15 seconds to use that software, it keeps you consistent. It keeps your volume going. It keeps you in the game. And it keeps you to compound those profits over time, right? Utilizing software and communities like Juice Bets to help you continue to get that volume in, continue to bet, continue to find plus EV opportunities. That keeps you consistent, keeps you in the game, and it keeps those profits growing. And so that, I really do think, is the third and final lesson that I learned, is consistency is key. Stay consistent. So that's it. I'm really, really looking forward to 2024. Tons of interesting and cool new things coming to the Juice Bets VIP Discord server. So definitely check it out down below if you haven't yet. And yeah, those are the 3 lessons that I learned. It's easier to assume that the market is efficient. Plus EV sports betting works. Let's assume that it is, and we don't need to question that. We can move forward. You're not going to win every bet. You got to zoom out and remove those emotions, and you got to stay consistent and utilize software when it's available to you so you can stay consistent by getting access to plus EV bets easily and efficiently. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in 2024.